Text. Now, I have a fabulous book in front of me, and it's all about being bolder in older life. What period do you consider to be the prime of your life? Was it your early 30s, your mid-40s, maybe even your early 50s, depending on how old you are? Probably, though, not many people would point to their 70s as being the happiest time of their life. But a new book, which is called Bolder, is set to change that perception. Bolder profiles a range of interviewees all over the age of 70 who are continuing to live life to the fullest and defying ageism. One of them is Sue Kreitzman, who you will have seen and I've spoken about before because Sue Bourne's fantastic documentary, Fabulous Fashionistas, followed a lot of Sue's life here in London. She's 74. And we also have the co-writer, Dominique Afacan, and they're both here in the studio with me. Hello, both.
Hi, Joe. I'm actually 79.
You're 79?
You might say pushing 80.
I'm just going to say to everyone, so Sue Bourne, a fantastic documentary maker, who is a friend of mine, actually. When you came in, Sue, and she'd made the documentary about you and some others, actually, these fantastic fashionista ladies, I said to you, gosh, I love that documentary maker, Sue, and I can't remember her name, and it's my age, and you just went, Sue Bourne, like that, and you're 79, so obviously
Yes.
you have a sharp memory.
So far, so good.
And that, just let's talk about that, because that was a groundbreaking documentary, and I actually remember calling Sue Bourne afterwards. She, for some reason, she picked up the phone and she went, oh, gosh, yes, let me come on air and talk about this documentary, because it was a brilliant documentary. And it was following people like yourself who have incredible style and celebrate colour, and you are like a walking work of art. Would you say that's...
Yes, I am a walking collage. I'm actually a walking art gallery. And one of my purposes in life is to just put color and art in people's faces. And sometimes people will criticize me on Instagram or something. Well, you just want people to look at you, don't you? Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
What else would be the point? Of course, I want color. Everybody dresses in gray and navy and, oh, my God, beige. Beige is going to kill me one of these days. So I am anti that. And one of my missions in life is to counter that and to show you a different way of living.
Isn't it extraordinary that you should be criticised for wanting people to look at you? It's nothing to do with ego and arrogance. It's just, I would like people to benefit from what I've put on, basically, because colour makes us happy. That's what I would have thought.
It's about the color and it's about the art. I am an artist. I make art and I collect art and mentor of various young artists. And when I leave my house, I feel very unhappy about leaving it behind. And I can't carry a painting with me. I can't carry a sculpture with me. But I wear things that I make and other people make around my neck, on my back, on my feet. I am a temporary gallery because tomorrow I'll have something else on.
And what a lovely thing. I've always said I love the fact that I can wake up in the morning and decide what I'm going to put on. It's one of the greatest joys in life. I love it.
That's true.
I could never pull on something black or navy blue or beige every day. I just couldn't. But you said something really interesting. You're very vibrant and you're very active, but you hate leaving your house.
How can I put it? My flat, and I have a double flat because eventually I bought the place next door, to tell you the truth.
Do you live in the centre of London?
I live in the East End. I could use a third flat, but that's not financially possible.
No.
Every space I have, I fill up. But I've made a paradise for myself, and it's filled with my art. You can see it on Instagram, and you can see it in Sue's documentary. It is like living in the inside of my brain. But of course, I do go out. I go out almost every day. I have a lot to do. I have a lot of people to see. So I have to carry a little piece of that with me.
So if anyone's listening online, can you just give your Instagram handle? Is it Sue Kreitzman?
It's Sue Kreitzman.
With a K.
With a K.
And you can see, and just for people who aren't online at the moment, I have the fortunate position of looking, and so is Dominique, at what you're wearing, and you look amazing. Can you just explain to people what you're wearing, including your hair, your glasses, and your bag?
My hair is, I fondly refer to it as silver. It went a really nice color. But for special occasions, and because the book is out this week, the whole week is a special occasion, I put a scarlet streak right in the front, in the middle, and I absolutely love that. But that's just for special occasions, and my lipstick matches, of course.
And your glasses.
And my glasses. I'm wearing bright red glasses. I just had my cataracts done, so I actually don't have any glass in these glasses.
They are purely cosmetic.
Yeah, because nobody knows me when I don't. Now I have very good vision because it's a blessing to be living in the 21st century.
Oh,
Had a heart attack. I got stents. I have cataracts. I got cataract surgery. Really, really lucky. And I thank the NHS, and I thank modern technology, medical technology.
And you look incredibly hearty and well. Can I I'm not patronising you, but you really do. You just, doesn't she, Dominique? Just extraordinary. Can you just very quickly explain what you're wearing? Because did you design your...
Yes, I make these neck pieces. They're very large, and I call them neck shrines. And it's essentially assemblage art. And it's a cultural mashup. I won't go into detail because we'll take too long, but it's made out of disparate pieces that I find and in flea markets and so on. And I'm wearing a kimono-shaped long jacket, and it's a collage of fabrics. And this particular one is made of African wax-resist print, and the colors are dazzling. And today it's turquoise and a little bit of orange and quite a bit of yellow.
And either side of you, dressed as a collar, are like puppets, but they're not puppets, they're figures, aren't
yes,
they?
They're Navajo souvenir dollies.
Souvenir dollies
Actual
around
Navajo.
your neck.
Yeah.
So I think you look amazing.
I will wear anything around my neck, honey. Anything.
But it lights your face. Do you realise? All that light is coming back on your face, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Dominique, welcome. Dominique Afacan, you are one of the people who've actually put this together.
Yes.
How did you find these extraordinary people, first of all?
Well, finding them has been pretty easy, to be honest, because once you go out there and start looking, you realise that there are hundreds and thousands of interesting people over the age of 70.
What was the prerequisite? Not just being over the age of 70. What else?
We wanted them to be stereotype-shattering people for the most part, so ideally people who are still doing something. And everyone in the book, you'll see, is doing something significant, whether that's being a swimming instructor at age 86, or running Glastonbury like Michael Ebis, or being a chef, Michelle
Barbara Hulaniki from Bieber.
Barbara Hulaniki, yep. Zandra Rhodes is in there. And it's not all celebrities. We've got a cobbler from Brixton Market. We've got various writers and artists. So there's a real spectrum of people in the book, and they all are inspirational in one way or another.
And I think, and it's quite obvious reading about all these people's lives is, and it's true of all of us in a way, you know, I started off by saying, what was your favourite decade? We don't think like that. When we're in it, we just live it, don't we? And I think for all of you, Sue, am I right, that you don't think, the 70s is any different to the rest of your life,
No.
or do you?
No, not really, except, your body starts breaking down a little bit and you get a little creakier. But I always say it ain't over until it's actually over. Mm-hmm. And it certainly ain't over. Every morning, and this is not just true of me, but everybody my age, we wake up in the morning and I think, do I know who I am? Yep. Do I know where I am? Yes. Can I get out of bed? Can I walk to the shower? And then it's going to be a good day. Mm-hmm. So, and you have to make the most of that good day, because maybe tomorrow won't be such a good day.
Dominique, do you think the generation ahead of this, so for their parents, for instance, there would never be a book like this, because they probably wouldn't be alive, actually? This generation of 70-pluses are living the lives of what 50-year-olds used to live.
It's true.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think things are changing all the time, thankfully, and hopefully this book will go a little bit further to help change perceptions about growing older. I mean, me and Helen started it purely because we were terrified about getting old. We were in our mid-30s and we knew it was ridiculous, and yet... So we thought, right, we need a gift to our future selves, pretty much. So we need to do this because we recognise it's ridiculous, but everything that's been told to us by society, by the anti-aging products in our makeup bags, is telling us that getting old is a terrible thing. And of course it's not, it's a gift. And I think that's one of the things you said when I interviewed you, Sue, is aging as a gift.
We have to counter that. Getting old, and I'm really old now. I always say I'm not really an old lady, I'm just cleverly disguised as one. But getting old is a privilege and an adventure. And it's time travel. My mother died when I was in my 20s. She was in her early 50s. Every day beyond that, I think, my gosh, I'm lucky. It's a privilege. It's an adventure. You're going to have so much fun. You won't care about what other people think of you. You're going to love it. Just take care of yourself now.
Can I just say, a lot of the people in this book I have interviewed, including Sandra Rhodes and Barbara Huliniki, and not only are they, for me, including yourself, Sue, you all lack ego, and I think this is really interesting. There isn't an ego that's driving all of you at all. You're just living your lives, and very busy lives. But also, there's no isms. You're non-judgmental. Just the people I know in this book, they just accept, right? If you live in London, you accept everything because we are so lucky. We're multiracial. We're living on top of each other. I've been talking about someone drilling, early in the morning, but you just have to get on with it, and you can't judge people because if you do, you get old. Would you agree?
I'm very inspired by other people, and I love the diversity of London. I live in the East End. We have real diversity. It's absolutely fantastic. So the only thing that I'm judgmental about and might actually kill me is the color beige. I will live with anything else. And the people who wear black and brown, okay, I still love you. I still think you're probably interesting people. So, it's foolish to be judgmental. I am so inspired by the whole array of humanity in this magnificent city.
I absolutely agree. Dominique, do you think there is a common denominator within all these people?
I think one thing that we really noticed with everyone that we've interviewed for Boulder is the attitude that they all share. There's a really, really positive attitude among every single one of the interviewees. That's not to say they haven't suffered tragedy or trauma. They've all been through their ups and downs like we all go through.
It's life, yes.
But they all did share a very positive attitude. So that's something me and Helen have both tried to embrace as a result.
And the thing is, we all have passions. We're very, very busy. And we have other people to take care of. I have the people I mentor, other people have those who work for them, and we really care. All of us, we care about those people. We don't have time for ego. I love being me, but I also love the people that I work with and that I know. It makes life, of course we've all had ups and downs. You don't get to be this age without having tragedy in your life and illness, but how lucky we are. We're still working. We're still surrounded by people of all ages, all genders, all
And
colors.
I'm going to say something here about the younger generation. Aren't we lucky? I work with really young people, and they just accept me. I'm 64 sitting here doing a daily radio show with very young people. Now, when I was their age, I wouldn't have sat listening to a 64-year-old. I wouldn't have wanted to go and have lunch with a 64. Do you know what I mean? It's worked, this sort of embracing of age and colour and everything. It's working, isn't it?
It is
because
working.
we're sitting here because it's working.
It is working, and we appreciate the hell out of each other. I mean, really, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's good.
Can I just ask you
You should be
this?
in the book, honey.
Well, the next one, if there is a sequel, can I just ask you this? This seems a really personal question, but I can't. Even though I'm 64, I still can't get my head around this. Is when time's running out. I don't know what that's... when you think, God, will I be around? Can I do that, actually? Will I be able to do that? Have I got enough years left? Does nature take care? Because I can't... I want to always be at the party. What's it like when you are on a time limit, which we all are?
We're all on a time limit. And my husband always says, because he's a year older than I am, we talk about this all the time, he says, well, it's that legendary bus. You might be hit by a bus tomorrow, whatever your age is, and it's true. We have no idea. We have no idea, so you just have to live as if you're going to live. Of course, everybody dies, and I know that. I think it was Woody Allen who said, I'm not afraid of dying, I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Yes, I love that quote.
But no, of course we're going to die, and the older you get, the closer you are to that, but people are living longer and longer. Everything that has been wrong with me, touch wood, medical science has fixed so far. Something will happen that can't get fixed. I can't waste my time worrying about that, and you shouldn't either. And if you're offered something that you feel you can do next year, say yes. If you have to opt out because something happens, okay, they'll understand. But no, say yes. Always say yes. Always.
Just finally, Dominique, is there anyone that said no to you in this book?
Surprisingly, no. Even with the pretty famous people we've got in there, who we sort of thought, no, there's no way, but we'll just try it. They all said yes, and I think they all just really loved the idea behind it and our mission, which was to change perceptions about growing older.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they all got on board, which was great.
And made sense of their lives. It's a really interesting book. It's called Bolder, Life Lessons from People Older and Wiser Than You. And we've been speaking to one of the editors, Dominique Afacan, and the wonderful Sue Kreitzman, who's a 79-year-old fashionista, artist and digital, actually, social media influencer.
I adore social media.
So do I.
What did we do
so
before?
do
I can hardly remember.
I don't know. It's completely helped to reinvent me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks
you for having
us,
us.
honey.